Okay, so welcome back, or what's more likely, hello for the very first time. Okay, so I'm going to do a proper video soon to explain why I want to do stuff on YouTube. Long story short, it's essentially me being completely disillusioned with society and the way the world works, and me trying to track down the true meaning of happiness and freedom, and if that is realistic and obtainable in the modern world. But to be able to do that and to be able to make good videos and to be able to go to certain places, I need to build my confidence up to a point where it was 8 or so years ago, maybe more. And sometimes that involves just going to somewhere else and taking a bit of backup with me. And to combat those anxieties, sometimes you just do need to throw yourself out there. And I've always denied myself opportunities over the years, which included going on holiday with my friends. So I also do want to document myself truly living. And yeah, sometimes that involves going on holiday or going on trips with my mates. Something I definitely want to do more of. But for now, let's get back to mine, Josh's and Aiden's last day in Copenhagen, Denmark. What's the best thing about flying in the night time and having all day to do things? Carrying around a bag that you overpacked with a laptop that you didn't need and is really f***ing heavy and it's going to hurt your back, and it's also raining outside and you're going to be really annoyed about it. Today was the last nail in the coffin for the lesson of teaching me to pack light. But I'm travelling and I love travelling, so it's fine. I'm not annoyed. I'm really happy. Just annoyed. It's just how my face looks. It's just how I sound, Josh.
You look and sound amazing, baby.
I do look and sound amazing. He is correct. What are we doing today, boys? Where are we going?
Fishing.
We're going fishing today. We're not.
We're fishing. We're gonna get runs.
We're going fishing for trouble. That's what we're doing today.
We're going to Christiania.
We're going to Christiania. We're going to Freetown. We're going to get chased out because we've all got cameras. Oh, f me. Yeah.
Where's that going?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a couple of sit downs today to rest my weary back, I think. Yeah, we're going. Where are we going? Christiania. We're going to Freetown. Where else are we going? We're going to eat Japanese. Me and Josh are getting food. Maybe Aiden too. But
no. Japanese.
I'll be McDonald's.
Right, Aiden's going to McDonald's. Me and Josh are going to go and get food from this.
You're very cultured, Aiden.
Yeah, he is. We've got a very expansive palate.
I don't like noodles, mate.
And that's me talking with my fucking autistic belly. But me and Josh have been eyeing up this Japanese place the whole time we've been here, so we're going to go there. We were going to go to Tivoli Gardens today, but as you have already seen if you've watched that one, we went yesterday and we got ripped off and we had a fucking great time. This is my one takeaway from Copenhagen.
Don't go to
Tivoli Gardens. It's a fucking waste of money. Or if you do come in, don't come in at fucking 2 hours before it closes. Actually, just don't bother.
It's not worth it. I would never go there again.
Highlight the trip, wasn't it, mate?
I'll never do that again in my entire existence of this planet.
It is wank. But I'm sure we'll find something else to do with our afternoon before we get the train to the airport. But yeah, f it. Cut to whatever the f we're doing in, I don't know, 4 hours or 12 minutes or bye. Another beautiful sunny day in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Got pink umbrella. There's a raincoat in my car. There's a raincoat in my... There's 2 raincoats in my car. Could have bought them. Could have bought one of them.
I did say.
I didn't show enough of the inside of 7-Elevens. Because obviously filming in a confined public space is still a thing to tick off my anxiety list, but we need them in the UK. They are infinitely better than every single mini supermarket, grocery store type store we have. I mean, we need bigger change in the UK, but I'd take a 7-Eleven. Okay, so you probably can't see very well from this not so sneaky, not so efficient recording, but there is hosts and presenters and like a TV show going on over there. No idea what it was. I've asked my friend that lives over there, wasn't able to give a good enough description. And Europe like intermingle quite well and effectively. So for all we know, it could be a different nation's TV show. It could be a YouTube thing. Who knows? But if anyone knows of anything that was filmed in Copenhagen train station towards the tail end of last year, drop it in the comments, because I'd love to know what it was, and for some reason me and Josh sit there and just like judge him unnecessarily for some reason. But there's a bloke flying a drone, it's literally just going like that, and I really want to see if they use any shots from that, because I don't see why they would. But yeah, so I've cut a lot of this out, you're welcome, but we just sit here and wonder what the fuck's going on for about a half hour.
There's 7 cameras. Who needs 7 cameras and 2 massive lights when you've got a GoPro?
I know, mate. That was a full-on media team.
TV, innit? That's got to be.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a YouTuber?
Imagine that, yeah. Them fill lights were absolutely unreal.
Massive. Like you know they're big when they require an additional generator to mains power.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I needed that. But the two real travellers of the party, scranning our 7-Elevens.
Mate, best way to do it.
Okay, so calling myself a proper traveller might have been somewhat of a stretch, but Josh definitely qualifies for that title.
Then you got Aiden, who's standard, will only eat McDonald's and Burger King while he's away in KFC. We're going for some nice noodles later.
I can't
ramen.
wait for that.
Yeah.
I've got 2 absolutely ginormous field lights, about 7 very expensive, very large cinema cameras, a mobile camera on a gimbal, and a drone inside a train station. Like, what kind of angles do you need that it's warrants all of this?
That's overkill, mate.
Yeah. Oh, mate, can you imagine? Please,
pigeon.
please. Oh,
Sleeping on it, mate.
mate, if this, I am absolutely begging. I think a pigeon's getting territorial with a drone.
Yeah.
He's not even. He's moving it so harshly as well.
Yeah.
We're just judging. We're experts. We judge people. I just want a pigeon to crash into the drone. Where is it?
This vlog sponsored by Surfshark VIP. No, VPN.
Ah, fucking.
Surfshark VPN.
I wish.
If you want an extra security while you're travelling and you want to know that your files are safe, whether you've been in private mode for the extra security, 5 knuckle shuffle, you never know who's watching. Go on Surfshark for 20% off.
We're doing ad reads for companies that don't sponsor us. Go beat. Oh, they're doing something. There's fucking 1, 2. Maybe it's like a game show. Like a race across the world or something. Because the 3 with their backs to us look like presenters.
Yeah.
And the people they're talking to look very happy to be here.
I've got an urge, and it's quite a bad one.
What's your urge?
You don't want to know.
I think we all want to know, Josh.
I'll probably get banned.
We don't want to know.
I'll probably get banned from Denmark.
I want a Thierry Henry knee slide right in front of him.
I want to. Let me think about this first, because it's quite a good question. I want a 360 ollie into a backslide 520. I don't even know.
I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, they're being handed things. It's definitely, it's
a game show, mate.
It's going to be something like race around the world, but less racing and less around the world.
I want to watch this, whatever it is. I want to know what it is, and I want to watch it.
Yeah, I want to get in the background.
Life's not fair. Go,
Aiden, go on.
Go behind and do the David Brent.
We've not bought a TikToker with us to not do TikTok things.
I really wish Aiden did something a lot more exciting. Somewhere in between the stuff that Josh was saying and the stuff that I was saying. I think would have been a nice healthy ground, but I feel like if he had have, they'd have reshot it, but it'd have definitely got noticed, or it would have been easier for us to find out what the show was. But yeah, opportunity missed, I think.
He wants to be on the telly, like, he's thinking about it. But...
He was itching.
Yeah,
he was itching to do it.
See how slow he's walking?
Yeah.
Is that, look. See, he told you. Because now what he'll do is he'll TikTok say, I'll just walk past his camera, see if he can spot me on the telly. What's the acceptable age to be on TikTok?
I think it is older than the acceptable age to have Snapchat.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. If you've got Snapchat at the age of 7, you're...
Oh, he's coming back.
Go on, Aiden.
Go on. Go on, Matt Wazowski.
Fucking do something. Be interesting. For once in your fucking life.
No, that's a bit extreme.
A bit extreme, wasn't it?
Calm down.
Do you know what
mate.
happened
You got
then?
Anger.
I did. I got angry.
Built in anger there.
Okay, no problem, thank you.
You stupid English pig.
I always manage to get in the videos.
Yeah.
Shall we see if it's still raining, boys?
Okay, so no one's watching travel videos to listen to three weird English boys chat in a train station. So I didn't film from the train station to Freetown because I was struggling with my bag way too much, and it was intermittently raining, and I was just not feeling the walk. But we got there eventually, and for those of you that don't know much about Freetown, I can imagine there's lots of videos on YouTube of people who actually show it better than I'm about to, and probably explain it better than I'm about to. But it is a small little enclave that exists within Copenhagen where the same laws apply throughout as across the city, but it's self-governed, and things are kind of legal without being legal. I personally think, in terms of looking for true freedom, this is somewhat close to that. The way they live is, I personally think, is great. There's the way it's planned out, the housing, so it's a really cool mix of reclaimed architecture and purpose-built homes. They are a little bit funny about people filming and stuff, and understandable. So me, who doesn't really have the confidence to film in a place where you can film, as you can imagine, did not have much confidence in filming myself somewhere where I couldn't. So for the large part, my GoPro's in my bag, which leads to a slightly wonky camera angle, but
We're in Freetown. We're in Freetown. So if my footage now starts to look like my old Japan vlogs, then it's because I'm trying to discreetly film. Oh, me. That's the guy that works at the print shop told me about that place. What? It's like a bar at the top and like a skate park at the bottom.
No way, that's sick.
Cool, isn't it?
Wonderland. We'll go round and have a look.
Public toilet. Hold on.
hilarious that I'm too nervous to film, and then there's just loads of like walking tour groups walking around like fully like, but you know.
Oh, smell it.
It smells lovely.
For any family members watching, I'm not 100% sure what those nice aromas we were commenting on were. Must have been some sort of coffee shop, cafe, some Dutch, Jamaican place, who knows.
If it doesn't open, it's not your door.
We have art, so we might not die of reality.
Door, you don't enter. It's closed. It's closed.
If it doesn't open, it's not your door. But it's cool.
We're gonna get some photos.
It's really cool.
Yeah, one of the coolest things about this whole place is the art and the style of it all. Like, you 100% know the minute you take those steps into the border of what is considered Freetown, it's just a whole different place.
I don't know where he's gone. This is sick. Go back around
As you'll see now, I think we were looking for Aiden because he went off to the toilet, but this little area was full of like bars and restaurants, and one of the restaurants looked laid out nicer than a lot of the restaurants we've got around here, so you definitely can't knock them. But there was there was a couple of bars, shops. There was like a built-up stage in the corner, which I can imagine is multi-purpose for like all sorts of live shows and entertainment. And I can only imagine that they have some absolutely awesome evenings in this little square. And when I go back, I really hope that it's in the summer or when it's spring and it's a bit warmer, and maybe catch an evening here where it is at its best.
Yeah, I've watched a few documentaries about this place. It's just a load of nomads, really. Yeah. They just like getting stoned, drinking, partying, and living freely, which is class, mate.
That and my GoPro's like rolling.
Yeah, it's what it is, mate.
The footage is going to be a bit.
Just stabilise it.
Not entirely sure what good stabilising any of this footage will do, but so far it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, in all fairness.
I could be in the MR6, mate. Go on, Osaka. Gambler playing. My adopted Japanese team.
Honestly, my love for Gambler Saka will be a common theme in these videos. I haven't actually made the video from my time in Japan when I went to a Gambler Saka game, but that is, I think it's like 2 or 3 in to the second part of that series. Definitely gonna do that video soon. But what a fucking team, what a stadium, what an atmosphere. If you're in Japan, go and see a Gamba game.
Hey.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah, man. That'd sort my back right out.
What? That's this.
Yeah.
Huge stone.
Oh, 100%. Okay. So whereabouts is he? Where is he?
Somewhere around here. You're black, isn't it?
I know all we're really doing there is looking for Aiden, but that's probably the best view of that square I think you're going to get.
Such a cool idea, though, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
This is what people should do, though. This is what it's all about.
If you want your own freedom,
just take over a little space, govern it yourself, look after each other, be sound about it.
Yeah, God forbid, eh? Imagine doing that. Genuinely, what a life we could live. I'm not saying this is a perfect model for the whole of society by any means, but I definitely think there should be more than one of places like this in almost every country for like-minded people to be able to come together as a community and live peacefully. And I generally think we should be able to do that in a broader sense.
Because there should just be spaces everywhere for people to live their honest selves.
Yeah.
Didn't realise I was going to say that then, but yeah, I stand by it. We really should.
Smells nice. It's good. Too funny. Just staying there. That
Yeah.
top, you can do like that.
Yeah. Happy with it though, happy. Yeah. Sound, I love it.
I bet they're a proper community as well. Like,
Oh yeah, everyone
if you-
knows each other.
yeah, you don't fuck about.
No.
Okay, I know that wasn't the best filmed YouTube segment in the world, but I'd want to leave the majority of that in because I think we were quite nice about the place. I think we voiced our opinions quite effectively of our first impressions.
Mate, are they pictures or drawing?
Draw the paintings, mate. Wow.
No, it's not.
No, it looks like a printing.
It's going to say it's
Print,
print.
print, looks like a print. Extremely violent gangs. I mean, I don't believe, but maybe.
This is one of the many signs around that explains what that Pusher Street's closed and why it's closed. Again, I think genuinely for certain things that are classed as antisocial or illegal activities, I do think this is an interesting approach to legalization. So to confine it within a space that is somewhat self-regulated, I think it's an interesting option. And again, it's a shame that it was harmed by outsiders, and hopefully they reclaim it for themselves and get to do it how they want to do it. And I'll be very, very interested to go back and see when it's all finished and see what it looks like. I might have a bit more confidence and to actually show a bit.
Maybe we're all asleep.
It's really cool. Really fucking cool.
Yeah.
They're always present. I read that.
One of the things I absolutely loved about the area was there was no unnecessary destruction of nature. So it does kind of look like nature started to reclaim a lot of it, but it's fine because it's not in the way of anyone's living. Like there's some houses that look quite modern and quite nice, but then there's other houses that are literally built into the almost like the shrubbery in with like containers or wood, and it's it's definitely it's a really interesting place to have a walk around.
What's your thought of Christiania? Freetown, boys. First thought.
Nice.
Looks like Winston.
It's rough.
It's rough, but it's cool.
Cool, yeah.
Not to badmouth my hometown too much, it's nothing like Winsall. I get where he's coming from. Just on the off chance someone from there sees this and goes to Winsall, I mean that's got to be some finite odds, but doesn't get too offended. I don't think that, and just stop someone from Winsall that might see this getting too offended. It's looked nicer.
Graffiti everywhere.
There's graffiti everywhere in fucking Denmark anyway.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
But it is definitely a cultural thing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty in like some places.
Yeah, mate, in its own way, it's really pretty as well. Like,
I think it's a really cool way to like live as a community.
and me. I think it's cool.
Huh.
Pigs.
I can imagine though a lot of the crime is probably caused by like foreign influence gangs. You know what I mean?
I just want to clarify, what I meant there when I said foreign influence gangs, I mean that as foreign to this community. So the people that were coming in to exploit what they'd built for themselves.
All cops are working for bastards. That's true.
Free Christiania.
A lot of the artwork is like this. It's either very beautiful, with I'm sure a story that I don't understand behind it, or very cool and very obvious, in your face. This is the message that we're putting forward, and that freedom of expression is why I'm so interested in this community. It's because I don't think freedom necessarily means just to be free to make your own choices, but you need to feel free to express yourself, to live. Do you know what I mean? Be free to be yourself. I feel like the people that live here are a lot closer to that than regular society.
All cops are working for bastards. That's cool.
Things like there's some really nice like cafes and like shops.
Yeah.
You go up here.
Yeah, because that's what they went round that way. So go look. Yeah, the last one was there.
Yeah.
But like that was quite new and modern.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like, you know, when Aidan was going for a shit in that little like squarey bit,
Yeah.
there was a bit there that was like all the table arrangements, like like wine glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like we were expecting to walk in there and it just be like grim, but we weren't. It was just I didn't expect to see like what would resemble what a lot of people would consider to be a fancy restaurant. And again, I was blown away by the level of sophistication that the entire area has. But out of context, Sky ain't my favourite right now. Is a hard edit. There are so many, and to be honest, I can say the same for Josh as well. There are so many clips that are not making it into this video because it just looks terrible.
Yeah, there are certain ways to take. Yeah. I'm gonna do a video doing
slide.
Yeah. That's massive though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the buildings like that are left over from when it was like a barrack scene. I think they've just like modified a lot of them. And
Yeah.
repurposed.
Christiania.
This is like the more residential
it's cool,
part,
mate.
isn't it?
Hey.
Hey.
Maybe we've got piano and stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
The local carpenter.
Wow. Freetown. Interesting way to live.
Scratch your bollocks.
Really cool. Proper blend of like old and new. Self-governed. Quite built in with nature.
That's on what?
For today.
Yeah, so
I feel like this is a massive one.
definitely an interesting way to live. Should we go down here and then go back that way?
Yeah.
Because I think it's towards the end there. Yeah, it's a really cool place. If you didn't enjoy my janky bag footage, then £35 Ryanair. Come here yourself and see it with your own stable eyes. Stable eyes.
Journalise.
I mean, look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous.
There's nice summer's day.
Yeah. Even so.
Yeah, that little boat house.
I'm so here for the nature. Yeah, I can imagine Freetown's probably got its fair share of problems, but it looks like they combat it as a community. I mean, say what you want about the standards of living and the cleanliness and the kind of like the
quite cleanly.
Yeah, a bit.
I mean, the properties, some I've seen are like better than like my house. Like there was one right there, that new one, that was immaculate. It's brand spanking new.
I mean, I'm not being funny. You put that in the Lake District, it's 400 grand.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that self-governed communities can be successful. So
just goes to show, like, that this is living proof that you don't need government.
Yeah, all you need is a collection of mate, look at the little houses across there.
All you need is like-minded people.
Yeah, to come together.
And that's the problem. You've got communities around the world that aren't like-minded. Apples.
But just imagine you wake up in the morning, make yourself a coffee, roll yourself a joint, come and have a nice little stroll around the woods.
Stones in my shoes.
He's got stones in his shoes. Yeah, I'm really glad we came here. It's really cool.
I want to see the main area more.
Yeah, we'll go loop back round and check it out. Yeah, we're going to go and try and find Pusher Street. It's closed because gang influence, but it looks like they, rather than the police or the government of Copenhagen or Denmark closing it down, they've closed it themselves. And they're sorting out the electricity, the sewers, and building it up as like a proper business sort of street. Probably the same ethos of being able to, you know, legally kind of grey area maybe sell cannabis, but the fact that they're trying to not do it for profit but more do it in a way of freedom and community, so I'll rate it. But I mean, if you wanted to get away from society, it's probably the best way of doing it.
This is a place where if the whole community doesn't work together, then it can easily fall apart, I think.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Like easily fall apart.
You live and die.
You live and die.
Everyone.
Everyone die.
Oh yeah, we're back to where we were.
Yeah. Hey? Yeah.
Little what?
Little trash.
Oh, it's a little splash pad.
Back in Burton, mate.
Yeah, they got in like little trash areas and stuff. Recycling stuff.
So typically, I've not given you the best view there, but it's in the corner, right by that entrance. There's what you'd expect from a normal garbage collection system, a bit smaller, with like proper tiny rubbish trucks. It's fucking, yeah. I think it's brilliant, the whole thing. This building just completely emphasises the really unique and cool use of space that they have there. That they've, between the pre-built and repurposed buildings, apparently the upstairs is like a cafe bar thing, but obviously we didn't really just want to barge in and start looking around when it's a cool little area for skaters to use. So yeah, the idea of just chilling there in an evening, skating, drink, yeah, I love the vibe of this whole place, man.
It's like a junk, isn't it? Imagine living it. Imagine, yeah. Imagine living there though, and not having to deal with everybody, and all you want to do is like just chill. Have a joint, chill out. Yeah. You've got all these tour groups and stuff. Innit?
I didn't really catch a lot of this conversation on camera, but we did find it quite interesting, the challenge that they must have in balancing tourism, because it's an obvious win for monetizing the community to bring tourists in and to offer guided tours, and I think you could like buy shares or something. I don't really want to talk too much about that without looking into it properly, but I can imagine it's difficult, because obviously if you encourage too much tourism in, we know what tourists do. Like if you look at Japan, is always a good example, because of a small portion of the tourists that go over there that don't obey the rules do then ruin it for the rest of them. But I can imagine such a small place like that, it's a very fine balance, and all of a sudden you've got too many tourists there that aren't respecting the rules, and it gets out of hand, and that's when they would then require extra policing from local police forces, which would obviously be a drain on their resources, which then that becomes, is it really a self-segregated community? So I think that's obviously a very interesting challenge that they have.
Bit of a different vibe to some of the other things we've been seeing. Quite glad we went in there. Seems to be conflicting views and types of people, but it just goes to show that they can still all come together in a community. Cool place though, nice vibe. I'd be interested to come back and see what it's like when they reopen Pusher Street.
Yeah, mate. That's cool, mate.
Alright, what we're doing now then, going back to the centre, sort of cool little nerdy shop, like playing card game shop. I'm gonna check that out, get some food, take this fucking heavy bag off. I don't know if that footage was as janky as I think it's gonna be, but
yeah, it's not your best work, mate.
I was mainly just trying to be respectful. Didn't want to be walking around with fucking shoving cameras places where people didn't want them, because it's a bit of a dick move, isn't it, really?
Although I do try to be respectful when I visit other places, let's call it what it is. I didn't film properly because I'm an anxious mess.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Community life.
Do you know what though? Like, with the crime side of it, right? Like, now they're walking around school tours there.
Yeah.
Like, that alone has got to demolish a lot of the crime.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people in there that's not meant to really be in there. Like, it's hard to explain, but like,
I think, to be honest, I think bad by Scandinavian standards is very different to what we would consider bad.
Bad, yeah.
Maybe we're just a little bit more used to depravity, and so maybe we're just a little bit more used to depravity and criminal action.
It's mad to think that's like, we're back in Copenhagen now.
Yeah.
We're back there. That's not technically classed as Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Not up another country.
We've knocked off another country.
Yeah.
San Marino.
That's like a micronation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad, mate. But it feels grotty, man. Like the roads aren't done, or
think it's just, it's in,
Like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it felt like.
I feel like it's in like a position of rebuilding.
Yeah, it feels like we're back in civilization. That wasn't civilization, that felt like end of the world stuff.
Yeah. But if that's what the end of the world looks like, I'm here for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't want to film in the fucking card shop because it was too tiny.
That fucking Chinese version. Oh, I want to get to the ones you're at. I'm on my phone looking at every single one of them.
Every single card. This is absolutely
Mate, honestly, Asian food is the best
the
food.
best food in the world, mate.
100% the best food in the world.
When people say, "Oh, I can't believe my daughter looks so much like me," it's all, well, yeah.
Crazy. I thought my wife
I
cheated
wonder
on
why.
me.
Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane. The spitting image. It's all, well, yeah.
That's dope, so. Doesn't come from the fucking store, does it? It doesn't get dropped on your front door. It comes out of you.
Great chat, boys.
Get me back to fucking Japan, mate. Well, it's quite an interesting reason as to why Japan love American stuff, because obviously when they surrendered, they expected America were going to come in and treat them like they treated people,
But they didn't.
they really helped rebuild, and
Yeah, because
Feels
they
like
felt
it's going to go
bad.
through every time.
They felt bad for dropping the fucking tube.
there's a really good film about it where General MacArthur like goes in, and they didn't go in with any weapons, like they left all the weapons in the plane, and they came out and they were really respectful. And,
Yeah. That's how it should be, mate.
yeah.
Once the war's over, go back to normal.
Yeah. It's like they were really respectful to the women as well, because they opened loads of brothels, because the idea was the Americans would then go to the brothels and then they wouldn't rape the women.
Yeah.
But General MacArthur came in and closed all the brothels. Banging. What's left on the agenda for today then? Tivoli Gardens, anyone?
Oh, food for me, not now. Later, food for me somewhere.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. It was amazing, thank you.
Thank you.
That's gorgeous.
Best food I've had the whole trip.
Always is, mate. Oriental food.
So yeah, for the rest of the day we didn't really do much. Just sort of had a little wander about. Just tried to kill time before we got the train to the airport. And to be honest, I didn't really film that much because
I was too tired. My back was hurting from carrying my bag. But we've done the lawless town. I had a wander. Now we're on the bloody train to the airport. Don't want to go home.
Nor do I.
I'm gonna miss this lovely Scandinavian weather. I'm gonna have to edit this whole vlog with headphones off.
Yeah, fine.
Doesn't matter, it's getting cut out.
I don't know if this is first class or not.
It's fine, we'll just have to be apologetic lost tourists.
bad in it when our trains at home are that shit that you're genuinely confused whether you sat in first class or not.
One last bit of excitement. Are we sat in the wrong part?
Cam zone, I don't know.
Oh,
It's so easy to get around.
come on, man. UK, sort your fucking
We
public
could not
transport
put the train up to Manchester Airport.
No,
We couldn't get the train to Birmingham Airport. So
no. We'd struggle getting East Midlands.
yeah, taxi.
Yeah,
Or somebody picking us up or dropping us off.
yeah. One of us had to drive. So it was an hour and a half drive to Manchester. But it would have taken us at least 3 if we'd have done it any other way than driving.
And 40 quid each.
Yeah.
Trains are fucking
Ridiculous, mate. The trains are.
Oh, look, I mean, every country I've ever been to, I mean, I've only really been to a couple of countries outside Europe, but like Japan, public transport is world renowned. Europe, it's just, well, you can interrail in Europe, can't you? You can just go from country to country
Yeah,
on the
Interrail,
trains.
yeah.
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 Thank you.
Yeah.
I could have just showed him an old tip.
Yeah, no, you
I'll send you a picture of the carrier bag of stuff I've got from Japan.
No.
Mate, I kept everything. Fucking Family Mart receipts, everything.
I did that. And they say guys aren't sentimental.
No, I'm. If anything, I'm overly sentimental. I've probably still got about 2,000 yen in coins because I just.
Yeah.
I'm not lying either. I've literally got a whole box of coins and just wrappers and bags and receipts and boxes. Honestly, there's like receipts, wrappers and all sorts. I do have a much more organised and well presented section of souvenirs, etc. from my time in Japan. But I am overly sentimental, and I'm sure next time I go, I will come back with another small box worth of tat alongside actual souvenirs.
When I got down to like the low denominations, I just kept chucking them in my suitcase.
We apologize for the waiting time here. There's a train in front of us currently that's at the airport. Some has to leave first before we're allowed to continue. So the Copenhagen Lufthavn, we became out aboard. We just have arrived at the airport and we apologize for the delay.
Honestly, mate, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Yeah, nowhere near as sad as I was to be in the Japanese airport, but I'm definitely sad.
I'd love to show you how sad I was in Haneda Airport, but there's a slight problem, and I've not edited all of those videos yet, so we'll get there.
Yeah, nowhere near as sad as I was when I was in Haneda Airport, but sad nonetheless. Hopefully it won't be too long before I'm in a UK departures airport again. 3 new countries off the list this year, and my top dream location. It's a pretty good year. Right, we'll get through security, chill in the airport for a bit, and then hopefully fucking sleep on the plane. I've gone back to being bad at filming because I'm really tired, but we have a nice view, comfy seats, and I've got a big bag of Haribo peaches, which will probably give me toothache 12 times. I'll probably complain about it 8 times, and
Do you know what? I can't
it is
wait
what it is. What?
to have my genuine own toothpaste brand and brush my teeth with what I'm used to. We have overindulged, but we burnt it off because we watched.
You had a pillow.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Just lie down, mate.
No.
Yeah, cut to me on the plane, or don't cut to me onto the plane. Apparently I'm still recording. The airport's dead. We're hoping for an empty plane. Empty-ish.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Strip party.
Mate, if there's a free row, a couple of free rows, I'll have a sleep. In is the only way out.
You look into my heart.
You make me smile.
Who's the pro? This is cool.
Well, it's like that Mr. Doodle fella.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Absolutely knackered. Hopefully I can sleep on the plane because I've got a cheeky little hour and a half drive to go. Oh. So much for an empty plane. Yeah.
Different. It's different.
Still.
We might be the only ones on F301.
Somehow. I doubt it. Honestly, if you rush to get on a plane, you're an idiot. Obviously, not everyone can sit on the fucking floor until the last person's got on, but someone's got to be first. I just think it's funny, rushing and stressing and jostling to get to the front of the queue to get on the same plane as everyone else.
Problem is, they'll all rush to get on, and then they can't get their bags on. They'll all rush to try and put their bags up. Then they're stood up waiting on a plane. Then they're getting all hot and sweaty. Just chill.
Yeah. That was 3 sexy bastards who just saunter on, pop our bags on, sit down, happy days.
I'm in no rush.
He's not bothered. Is this plane big enough?
Raw dog in the flight home. No, I generally can't believe this plane's just landed. I know. We're already turning around and off we go.
They're in a rush. They started the announcements before we were on the plane.
There was still a dent in the seat.
I'm sat in someone else's arse cushion.
It was dented, like someone's just got out.
The plane's still moving. They got off as it was turning around, and we've just had to chase it and jump on.
Oh mate, noise cancellation.
Yeah, I'm well jealous. So I didn't bring my AirPods because I was like, no, it's alright, I'm going to be on the plane with my mates. Dickhead. Can't wait to recline this seat 2 inches. Right, I'm knackered, I'm going to sleep. See you in England.
And now I'm like, yeah, this is very presently a problem. Sorry, can you pop all these bags up for me to take off to London, please?
Now I'll see you in England. Quick update, it turns out that they're not in that much of a rush to take off, we're still here.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening. You're very welcome to Ryanair UK flight service taking you to Manchester with a duration of 1 hour and 35 minutes. Captain Commander is when coming together with...
I don't know if you can see me or hear the 2 screaming babies, but I want to die. But we're landing, so...
An ambulance or a police car already.
Hey, that's England, but we're back, sadly. England's shit. I'm really sad to be home. Absolutely can't fucking wait to get on another plane. Hopefully the next plane to get on doesn't have crying babies at the front and the back that stop you from going to sleep. Oh mate, you're right. Get me car. Let's get us home. Over there, yeah.
Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my time in Denmark and Sweden. I know there's been like a giant 4-5 month gap between posting the last video and this one. I know my videos still aren't brilliant in terms of the footage that I'm able to film due to being far too anxious to do it properly. But I hope you've enjoyed this one and noticed that I've at least tried to make the editing a little bit better. And going forward, I am going to make a video explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. The personal journey for myself to try and overcome my own anxieties and past mistakes and various things, as well as trying to find out if society can be adapted so people can find a sense of freedom to be themselves and to love how they wish and to just be free, you know, just make sense of the world around me, because at the moment it doesn't. And for those that you know me, know that I've not always wanted to be here, so I want to find the joys and beauty in life that make me want to live here and exist, not because I don't want to upset the ones that love me. So yeah, if you're down for some shit travel videos and a little hobbit on a bit of a personal journey, then please subscribe, because it would mean the world to me. But whether you do or don't subscribe, I am just appreciative that you've taken the time out of your day to watch this. So thank you.